George Carlin once made a joke where he said, let's say you're masturbating in your room and your brother walks in. Well, he says, there's two ways you can deal with it. It's one way if your brother walks in the room, catches you masturbating, you're like, oh my God. And then he's like, oh, what the fuck? Haha, you're masturbating. Ha ha ha, I'm telling mom and all that shit. And there's another way where you look him dead in the face, you own what you're doing, and then all of a sudden he becomes the one who's the weirdo for looking, right? Because you're just sitting there going like, hey man, why are you walking in my room? Why are you doing that? The subject matter that I'm getting towards on that is basically to own who you are, right? If people are looking down on you, poking fun at you or doing anything like that to try and throw you off who you are, don't be embarrassed by that. Own who you are, right? Make the most of that. Like, just take solace in knowing that you as a person are unique to who you are. I really don't understand why people need to poke fun at people for being different within their own unique aspects, when that difference is exactly what sets them apart from being a normal person. Owning who you are has nothing to do with catering to what other people want or expect from you. And putting on a front is not going to make that go away. Just owning it and not being embarrassed by being caught up in something that you're doing as if it's something that it's wrong, when it's absolutely not to who you are as a person. It's not a bad thing. Owning who you are is not a bad thing, and like, not by the standard principle of how they tell you to be yourself and all that stuff, where they don't really explain and they keep everything on the surface level. We just need to look deeper at things, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you want to still have that fundamental value where you're owning who you are every day, no matter what, in whatever scenario. You're always going to have people casting judgment on you, picking on you, looking at you and picking out all the flaws and stuff like that. But these are the same people that pick out all the flaws on themselves secretly behind closed doors, right? All these insecurities just come flooding right in, and they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to deal with those scenarios. And I just think it's really important to keep your head up, keep your chin up. Just a quick reminder to keep your chin up, and just always know that the people that are doing this have their own problems that may be even bigger than yours, right? So when you're owning a situation, just literally walk into it, look them dead in the eyes and say, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, that's who I am. Yeah, exactly, motherfucker. This is exactly how it's going to go down. And what you'll come to find is they have a lot less to pick on you with when you're just kind of putting it to the forefront and just owning it. It's kind of like how, let's say someone's trying to make a joke or whatever, and everyone's joking along, right? And the more and more that you feel embarrassed by the joke that's being told, or like, oh no, stop, shut up, that's not true, and the more you vehemently deny it like that, the more they kind of have the ammo with that vulnerability to make fun of you even more, even if it is just strictly joking among friends, but I'm talking about more along the situation of somebody actually bugging you. When they're doing that, it's almost better to just laugh at yourself, right? The more along you go along with it, or just double down on the joke that they're making, even if it's not true, right? Just let's say they say something and just be like, no, oh, you got a funny fucking haircut. And you can be like, oh no, like, it's really shitty on the back too. Like, it gives them less ammo to make a joke about that sort of thing. It puts you in the driver's seat of the situation, right? It teaches you how to command respect in scenarios where you don't think that you can, right? But it's truly about the principle of owning who you are as a person and making the most of that, and diving deeper into the key understanding of what it is that makes you as a person in dealing with adversity among others. People are always going to be pointing at you and stuff like that. Just always remember to hold your own when it comes to it. Stay clear in mind, stay strong in intent. Just take it easy. Just go with the flow of what you're saying. Go with the flow of who you are. Stop holding on to all of this stuff. Let go of any of that negative bullshit that's holding you back by things that other people might be saying. Just let it flow out, right? Don't let your vulnerability make you the target of their laughter. Be vulnerable, but be vulnerable while being comfortable in your own skin with owning who you are. Stay strong, stay real, and I'll stay caveman.